Welcome to Friday Focus, June 16th, 2017. The longest day of the year is right around the corner. That's 21st. It's pretty exciting. I'm in casual clothes today because in this time of year I usually go to not working at the office on Friday. Friday is going to be my deep work day where I go home and do some reading and plan out the future. And I'm also going to switch over from doing Friday Focus, and I'm going to just kind of change this. We're going to change it to Tuesdays, and we're going to change the term to Founders Focus. And what is going to be really important as the business goes forward is for everybody to understand the principles that we founded this business on. And I've looked at a lot about how businesses kind of get caught and start failing to grow or failing to succeed. And it's usually something along these lines. There's a company that gets started, somebody founds it. And they found it on certain principles, certain things they want to, do differently. The definition of an entrepreneur, and I'm an entrepreneur, would be somebody that takes something of a lower value and brings it to the higher value. And that was identified in the 1800s by a French philosopher. And the idea was that you take something of low value and create a higher value. And I was able to bring out some things into our marketplace that people wanted. And they wanted it in droves, fortunately, and we were able to be successful with it. A new cosmetic concept came out back in '04 when we started. We did a lot of what's called mesotherapy, which now we call Kybella. And that would want to be in this wildly exciting thing. People wanted to have this non-surgical fat reduction. It was the first thing ever invented. I got it from some Brazilian doctors and French doctors and brought it here. We were the first ones in the country. Then out came the leg vein ablations and the EVLA and RFs, and that was brand new at that time, and I brought it to our community. Then came out the concept with the problems with the synthetic hormone drugs, and I introduced bioidentical hormones to our community, and people loved it. As time's gone on, we've introduced more and more things, and then we start scaling up, and I'm not so involved, and then the principles kind of change. People apply their own principles to the business, but maybe they're not consistent with the entire business model, and then it makes us kind of suffer. I've seen that in different sectors of our business where something that we were really good at, understanding our core customer, what's our uncommon offering that we can offer them, and people may want to change it and put their own principles into it. That's fine to some degree, but it's still got to fall within the founder's principles, or it won't work. It won't work with the company. Companies take on the principle and the personality of the founder. And maybe I got some issues that aren't good for growth, and I'm teaching people to take that over. But the fundamental things of us always being innovative, of welcoming people, of offering our customers innovations and evolution of medicine, that's got to continue for us to be successful. So for the time being, I'm going to move this to Tuesday. I'm going to do it right at the beginning of the huddle, keep it maybe less than 5 or 6 minutes, and start walking through these steps that led us to the principles of the founding. Lisa and Brittany were actually going through some of our old Friday Focus, kind of to identify how we identify what those things are and bring them out. I kind of inherently know them, obviously, because I am the founder, but expressing it might be another thing. So that's what's going to happen next week on Tuesday. We'll change this over and try to make it so that you can ask live questions. I'm not sure if we'll be able to do it this Tuesday or not, but we're going to work that out. So we're going to be changing this from Friday to Tuesday, and have a great weekend. Thank you.